What's up, y'all? Yeah, I know who it is. It's target individual CJBK. So, yeah, I just woke up from my usual after work nap, and I don't know if you remember a few videos back. I mentioned that I was starting to lose I was starting to gain this numbing sensation here along my fingers. Well, now after my nap, I'm back. I'm back in my home now in the Bronx, but now I'm starting to lose sensation here. So remember what I said that the side effect of EMF radiation would be numbingness or tingling sensation. Um, oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's just a loss of touch, a loss of feeling in that general area. So this left hand, like between here, you know, that's it was starting to come back a little bit, but now it's starting to go away. Well, no, the sensation, or rather the feeling to be able to touch it and then feel that my hand is touching it. It was starting to come back, but now it's feels like it's starting to go away again. And then now, in between here, in between here, it's just full blown numb. So now I pretty much already know that they're going gung ho about their, with their, covert radiation, slow kill stuff. So, I mean, at the end of the day, God is going to rectify all of this. Whether I'm dead or alive, it doesn't even really matter. Free or falsely imprisoned, it doesn't even matter. Because at the end of the day, I believe that when I meet God one day, that I will actually be, I won't be forsaken and I won't be condemned. All these people out here, the perps love to say, oh, everyone knows not to say nothing, because they basically got everybody else hung up on this string where they believe that they're actually about to benefit from all this technology, when all this technology goes against everything God has said not to do. And you know what? If my life is going to be the example, if my life is going to have to be the sacrifice to prove that, this country, the United States of America, and its whole medical industry, its technological industry, it's all a part of a big scheme to basically take control, literal control over every single person in this country, and to socially engineer them in the ways that they see fit. Because the worst part about it is, it's like at least my handlers, they're tricking people into believing, oh, it's a secret society. They're probably promising them, oh, if you do this, we'll make sure you get that, blah blah blah. But they're not really disclosing to people that they're actually trading their neurological data. They're actually trading their DNA likeness, because they're basically cloning everyone. They're cloning everyone to get them ready for what William Henry called the techno rapture, where at one point, everyone is going to be basically They're going to already have a clone of themselves uploaded onto computers because there are satellites that are basically using, whatchamacallit, like fMRI, EEG, like technology to basically clone people's brain activity. And once they clone their brain activity onto, like, I guess a cloud or a memory card in a cloud, they can basically just, like, kill or remove people's very own spiritual essence from their bodies. Leaving their bodies is just empty vessels, but the empty vessels for who? And I think about that, and I'm just like, what would a human being want to basically clone another person's, what would a human being want to clone another person's DNA or their neurological data? Why would another human being want to put time into doing such a thing? And to be honest, God, or in the Bible, they speak of these evil spirits that can't necessarily interact with the physical world. They can't physically interact with the world. They can't really mess with humans unless they were to, I guess, unless they were able to basically interact with someone who operates on a very low frequency, or let's just say if you were to invite them, messing around with evil spirited devices, technology, doing all kinds of witchcraft type things. So I just think about it like this: if people are being uploaded to a cloud, without their consent, then it just really, it actually sounds really a lot more scary than what I thought now. If people are being uploaded to a cloud, what's going to happen to the bodies of these people? They're going to become empty vessels. And Silicon Valley is so busy trying to create these augmented realities, these virtual realities and stuff like that. And one of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not create any image of the earth, of the heavens above, of the I can never remember the whole thing, but anyway, it's in, I believe it's in Deuteronomy. And I'm just thinking to myself, why is Silicon Valley, why are all these tech giants so busy trying to create false worlds or false, these virtual realities so that we can so-called escape reality? People don't need to escape reality. All we need to do is face reality and just basically attend to the things that is actually causing our reality to be so-called unbearable. But we don't want to attend to our own reality. Many of us don't want to actually fix the problems that are actually here already. Instead, they want to create a fake reality so then we can take our consciousness and literally go somewhere else that's not even real. God did not make for us to do anything like that. God made for us to actually be right here on earth until the day that we die, and then we either go to heaven or we go to hell. And that's based on our actions and our transgressions, while we were here on earth. But if nobody wants to believe that, then it only makes sense about how in the book of Revelations they speak of at some point when the rapture is about to begin, 75% of the world's population will not make it. Why? Because they did not keep God's commandments. They did not choose to fight with their very best ability to say no to Luciferian technology, to say no to so many different abominable acts. Because why? They were too weak of the flesh, and they, even if you are weak of the flesh, you chose not to repent for the things that you're doing. And you know what? I know I'm not a bad person. Anybody who's ever met me knows I'm not a bad person. I'm not a violent person. I'm actually a very, very understanding person. But the one thing I just cannot agree with is someone forcing technology on me, or anyone for that matter, and then basically telling people that, look, if you don't do this, then we are going to take this away from you, something that you're supposed to cherish, something that's supposed to be private, something that's supposed to be yours, something that God gave you when you were born. If you don't do this, then we are going to take these things away from you, or we're going to make a copy of it, and then we're going to expose it to other people. And then in this situation, these people, they're not going to let you know that they have it unless they're told to subliminally let you know that they have this information. And right now, I come across a lot of people, whether online or, in person, who don't necessarily believe this technology is real. And I'm just like, look, all you got to do, I could refer you to my Instagram, I could refer you to my Facebook, I could refer you to a website for, patents, I could refer you to scientific studies and articles, I could refer you to many things that'll show you there are scientists and, engineers who are already at the current time, this very present moment in time, who are working on this technology that basically invades every sense of the word of privacy you could ever imagine. And you know what? You have people that's going to go along with it because they don't know any better. Then you have people that go along with it because maybe they're being promised some money or something. Then you got people that's going along with it because they just want to, they're just curious. They want to see just how far they can take this technology. It's like nobody never watched Terminator or iRobot. But anyway, yeah. I'm just going to keep making my videos, because whether I'm still here or whether I'm coherent or not, because I know they're trying to basically destroy my brain, using this remote magnetic stimulation or transcranial magnetic stimulation, where they're probably doing the verse, because you can use transcranial magnetic stimulation to basically cure someone of depression. But, whenever there's technology used to do for the good, you can probably use technology for the bad as well. So at various times throughout the day, I feel these magnetic pressures, including like a warm or hot spot, like right on the top of my crown, the crown of my head. And if you know anything about spiritual awakening or meditation, and they talk about different side effects that you may experience, especially when your third eye or your pineal gland is opening and everything like that. It talks about the side effects of ascension. And honestly, they're inducing a synthetic ascension. They're inducing a technological ascension. They're basically trying to snatch people up from their physical bodies so then they can be able to upload them into, I guess, an augmented or virtual reality. I mean, if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look up one person for now. Steve Hoffman. Steve Hoffman, Hoffman. Steve, it might be MON, but Steve Hoffman is a Silicon Valley CEO, incredibly intelligent yet enthusiastic guy who is really big on trying to link the human brain with computers, and also being able to upload one's very own consciousness into the internet, because many people don't know this, but the human brain kind of operates with very, very close similarities to a computer, or even an FM receiver, like an FM radio receiver, because people don't realize the brain actually operates on, and I say this in many of my videos, the brain operates on frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies. Every thought that you produce is a frequency. Every emotion you produce is a frequency. Every memory that you have is encoded in the brain as an electrical frequency. And people don't realize an EEG, basically an electroencephalogram. Oh, did I just say that right? Anyway, an EEG basically reads the electrical brainwave activities. And fMRI basically makes it easier to scan the body for these frequencies. So I'm just thinking, you know what? People are just gonna find out the hard way. And, whether I'm alive or not to see when people realize what I and many others have been trying to warn people about. Because right now I'm still trying to work on finding ways to shield. I think what I want to try to do, well, first thing first is people need to learn about detoxing these nanoparticles from their body, because the nanoparticles for which they're spraying in the air, and then it comes down to the earth, and then it gets in our food, our water supplies, and we inhale it. It's basically flowing through our bloodstream, and like attaching itself to our central nervous system and the different cells within our brains and stuff like that. We just need to do a metal detox. Tony Pantelleresco, he has what he calls the nano extraction bucket that he made from scratch using magnets, copper, and a low level electrical power supply. And that bucket actually just extracts these nanoparticles from your body. Why? Because it's using a stimulated magnetic source. And when you place your feet in this bucket of liquid solution, he goes into detail what's in the liquid solution. Sometimes it's like water or apple cider vinegar, or it could just be like baking soda and salt with water or something like that. There's different types of solutions you can use, but along with the bucket itself, it actually can extract these nanoparticles, these metal particles from your body. And then if you take a flashlight and you flash it against the bucket, you'll actually see the shimmy or the glistening or reflection of these nanoparticles coming from your body. I haven't, really tried to build it myself yet, but I do know of someone who is a TI, and he's in Canada. He actually helped me through, or he actually, went through a step-by-step, process of letting us know what his interpretations were for the bucket. And from what he tells me, he's actually felt a lot of success from it. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm already feeling all kinds of sensations right now. So the radiation is probably starting to break down my central nervous system more and more every day. So for the most part, I'll just keep everybody updated on everything going on with me, and anything that I learn, I'm gonna make sure I give it to y'all. All right. So you all stay tuned, and y'all, stay aware. Stay aware. I'm telling you right now, stay aware. And many of you don't really know what organized harassment is, or you might not even believe what organized harassment is. But trust and believe, a lot of times when you think that you're having a bad day, or you feel like everybody, or you feel like maybe it's just you, but it seems like everyone is having a real pissed off day, and you just feel like you're the only one that's having a pretty decent day, but everyone else around you is kind of lashing out or having problems with them. And if it always seemed like someone is trying to get a reaction out of you, trust and believe, you might be targeted, but you just don't know what it is. All right. So remember, everybody, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.